Hi, I'm Rhett Jesse, and today we're going to talk about the Metrix 5580 signal conditioner and the Metrix SW550 switch. Now this is a new signal conditioner from Metrix. Both are signal conditioners, but one just comes with a set of relays on each channel. And we'll talk more about that in just a minute. But let's talk about the 5580 just in general. The signal conditioner takes a raw signal from an accelerometer, a velocity sensor, or a proximity sensor and converts it into a 4-to-20. It also has a unity gain amplifier that can extend the distance that raw signal can go. From a standard accelerometer or a proximity sensor or velocity sensor, you can take that signal about 300 meters without signal degradation. Now, if you want it to go farther, let's say to a monitoring system that's 600 meters away without signal degradation, you have to put in a signal conditioner. You have to put a unity gain amplifier in series so that signal can be extended. So you can take an accelerometer signal that can go 300 meters, put this device in, and then it can go another 300 meters. And that's why people use a signal conditioner, typically for a monitoring system. Another reason why people use a signal conditioner is they can take the raw output, the acceleration signal or the velocity signal or the proximity signal, and they can convert it into a 4-to-20. And that's what this device does. So it not only powers the device, the sensor like an accelerometer, velocity sensor, or proximity probe, but it can also take that device's output and then put it out as a 4-to-20 that can go kilometers. So that's why people use a signal conditioner. Now our typical signal conditioner is a single channel. This happens to be a dual channel device. You can buy it as a single channel, and all that will happen is the second channel just won't be live. It will just be dead for all practical purposes. So what you can do is if you're in the field and you say, I really need that second channel, you can go ahead with a code, you can connect it to your computer, and you can unlock the second channel so it will work. Or you can order both channels just directly from the factory, and then both will be enabled from the factory. Another thing you can do when you order from the factory is you can order very specifically for your device, and it will come configured for that device. So if you order an acceleration signal or you order it for an accelerometer, it will be configured for the accelerometer. The 4-to-20 will be 0 to 10 Gs or 0 to 20 Gs or 0 to 50 Gs, however you want it configured. Or if it's a proximity sensor, 0 to 10 mils peak to peak or 0 to 5 mils peak to peak. Or you're talking microns, 0 to 200 or 0 to 500. You can set that up how you want it, and you can order it that way. And that's for both channels. Okay, so you can order it as a single channel device or a dual channel device, and that's really up to you. For our hazardous area label, we cover the globe. For North America, we have NRTL. For Europe, we have ATEX. We have IECEX to cover the rest of the globe. We also have specific certifications in certain countries. We're also working on our SIL certification. We should have SIL 1 here relatively soon. If you look at the label I have on the screen here, you can see how it's going to appear if you ordered the hazardous area labeling with the product, and that comes with all the appropriate labels that you need for hazardous areas around the globe. What's different between the 5580 and the SW550? On the switch, you have these relay connections up here. So you can order it with either solid state relays or dry contacts. You can't option that, okay? It's actually delivered by the factory. So if you want solid state relays, you can order them and they come with both channels. Or if you want dry contacts for mechanical relays for the switch portion, that's what you can order. Okay, so that's up to you. A couple of other nice features. It's DIN rail mounted. It can easily be clipped on a DIN rail, so that works out pretty well. And that's both for the 5580. And when it clicks, it's a very secure connection. It's very rigid. And so when you have it, it will be firm into your cabinet and it won't move, which is pretty nice. The wiring connections are pretty straightforward. They're plug-in, so you can wire it exactly how you want it. Channel 1 always has power coming into it. Channel 2 has the reset switch on it. So that's the difference between the two sides. Otherwise, the pin connections are the same. Connections for a proximity sensor, both power, common, and signal. You have for an accelerometer and velocity sensor, they're two-wire devices, and they get connected to either plus or minus acceleration or velocity, as indicated here. You get the raw signal output. Remember, that's a unity gain amplifier. So when you connect it, you can get another 300 meters out of the device, and that's nice. You can send it to a monitoring system further down the line. And you also have the 4 to 20 that you can send to your control system, or a PLC or a SCADA system somewhere. And so you have that. And that can go up to 2 kilometers, so that can go quite a distance. The BNCs that you have on both of these always get connected to the raw signal. So if you have one sensor in but you have 2 outputs, and I'll describe that later in other videos, you'll always get the raw signal on the channel. So if you have an accelerometer into channel 1 and a proximity sensor into channel 2, those are the raw signals you're going to get out of channel 1. It'll be acceleration. Channel 2 will be the proximity sensor. So that's true with the devices. So for the other videos we're going to do with this series, there are going to be 4 of them. One is going to be principally using an accelerometer, and we're going to be using the switch for the demo. And we're going to be able to show the relay features and stuff like that too. If you don't order it with the switch features, you don't have those, so you can just ignore that part of the video. But we're going to be using the switch, the SW550, and we're going to be connecting an accelerometer to channel 1 for the first video, and then on the second video we'll be connecting a solid state velocity sensor, one using a piezoelectric crystal and an integrator, and then we'll be using our velocity sensor that uses a moving coil, so we'll put both those inputs in. So that's the third video. The fourth video will be on proximity, where we'll take a proximity sensor into channel 1, but we'll take 2 outputs. One will be position out, and the other one will be vibration out, the other sensor. And then our last video, the 5th video, will be talking about some special reset functions. One will be impact, and showing how we can get acceleration and impact at the same time with one device, and then also where we can get rod vibration and rod drop with the same device. So we'll be doing both those videos as well. So that's our video series. Hopefully you'll spend some time with us and watch those, and hopefully they'll answer a number of your questions. Thank you very much.